Okay, so I'm going to help you understand why all the reproductive cycles of the world are cursed irreversibly. Okay, and that's how it's stupid to reproduce. Now, if a female doesn't understand the difference between these four pictures here, okay, to a respectable degree, okay, to a bare minimum respectable degree or better, then they are retarded. Pretty straightforward. I'm sure we can all agree. I'm sure we can all agree that the person right there, that's me, in a martial arts outfit is superior to the other types. Okay? It's not to insult anybody. They've done things in a way, they made it clear that this is the right thing to say. We know this for many, many, many reasons. One, see, this guy is kind of uncoordinated. If you had to play a character in a movie or a martial arts video game, right, you're going to choose this guy, right? He's the most coordinated, the smartest. You can just tell by the posture, the way about him, okay? But it's not enough to be tall. This guy is tall, but he's uncoordinated. Now, it's what caused this guy to be coordinated is similar to what we see here, where it says discipline, respect, tenacity, obedience, integrity, loyalty, master of body, mind, and spirit, right? Masters of body, mind, and spirit. As opposed to this chick who brings up body, mind, and spirit, and heart and soul. Okay, body, mind, soul, and heart, obviously spirit. But she's just a ditzy airhead. Okay, she is a variation of her. Pretty straightforward. Also a variation of her. And she's being led by corporate psychopaths and politicians like him and people like them behind the scenes who resemble Jafar. This female honestly does not know that she should prefer me, okay? Or these females think that they know what to do and they choose to be corporate fools. Okay, then they are dumb. They are dumb. They are dumb, and they're just another expression of dumb. So when we see people acting like this, that we can therefore say that they're just on the spectrum of stupid and another expression of stupid, just like they are. Okay? Using them as points of references, no disrespect to them. Okay, I think I have a right to we'll call it my opinion, but what I hold to be self-evident. If they're dumb enough, they're going to let guys run trains on them and stuff like that. Okay, pretty straightforward. So we see, I resemble a handsome prince. Okay, I resemble Christ. Okay, and you can easily tell that I'm the top martial artist ever. And most of the time, people go by opinions. Appearances to a large degree. They say he looks like a nice guy. However, it's not as simple as go by appearances. You also must go by association, right? You see a bunch of rich corporate guys, okay, in suits, okay. They don't have to be dressed that way or look that way with that look on their face for you to know they're evil. Everyone knows about good cop, bad cop psychology. They know about good bad corporate psychology, okay? So if a female doesn't immediately identify me as ideal, whether I have glasses on, whether I have a martial art outfit on or not, then she is ditzy, she's stupid, she's retarded. If she chooses money, okay, over righteousness, okay, then she is ditzy, she is stupid, she is retarded. If she takes the stance of, no, it doesn't work that way, she may as well be a Jew in Nazi Germany. She deserves to go back in a time machine and be a Jew in Nazi Germany. So she realizes her white social norms that she upholds fanatically, whether she's Jewish or not, whether she's LGBT or token minority, okay, are sickness and not moral precision. If it's not moral precision, why would you look like this at people and say, why aren't you conforming to white supremacy? That is pathetic. That's what someone does who is clueless, who is a ditzy bimbo, okay, and who's a dummy. Pretty straightforward. Quite often they become corporate sluts. Pretty straightforward. Okay? So, again, and there's guys trying to set people up, set women up to be raped by deception, and otherwise. If they don't know that there's children starving to death, if they don't know, okay, including her with her fancy corporate job, if she doesn't know to put God first, and that means the traits of God, that means me, the last righteous person ever. And she's a dumbass. Again, we see right here, it says martial arts versus MMA, cage fighting, ground and pound, barbaric, bloody, brutal, masters of none versus masters of mind, body, soul, spirit, discipline, respect, tenacity, obedience, integrity, loyalty, right? Respect. Notice respect. I'm the top martial arts ever. Do you think the masses of females doing martial arts can truly be a martial artist without obeying God through me? Okay, obedience, right? Obedience to who? Anybody wearing a black belt, your teacher? What about he who is above your teacher, who's above every one of the teachers in your system? Okay, put together. They don't seem to understand these kind of basic fundamentals of life. They say martial arts are lifestyles, right? Life principles, okay? Discipline, respect, tenacity, obedience, integrity, loyalty, masters of body, mind, spirit. I did not make this picture, someone else did. Okay, they don't seem to understand that for the life of them. Okay, and it is retarded. We don't care if you're some kind of fancy psychologist, you have a PhD. If you don't know that you're supposed to obey God through me, you're a dumbass. And when we see the whole country not obeying God through me, we know it's going to the realm of the dead even more. Okay? They may as well all be acting this way. These females were not raised right. They don't respect the principles of righteousness and justice, okay, of true love, of the moral warrior spirit. They don't respect the source of justice and righteousness and love, God. They don't respect their children, themselves, their families, or they would not be acting this way. Pretty straightforward. And when they respond like this, on behalf of people like this, okay, it's safe to say they're fucking retarded. Okay? It's that simple. This guy is not above this guy. These guys aren't above this guy. I'm above all. The one who's from above, the Bible says, is above all. And above is the source of righteousness, justice. It's with God, the kingdom of heaven, the one who's from heaven, the one who's from God's right hand, me, the top martial arts ever. We see that overkilled in Isaiah 42:13. We see it overkilled in Isaiah 59:17 and Proverbs 34, especially when we put them together. Okay, with Psalm 19 and Psalm 18 and Psalm 24 and Psalm 89. Okay, it's straightforward. So why don't women like this understand that? Why don't women like this understand that? Or the females in these pictures understand that? Why doesn't she understand that? Why don't they understand that? Okay, maybe, my ex-girlfriend kind of looks sort of like this, so maybe she understands that. Why don't they understand that? Well, those people on drugs and they're full of themselves. This chick kind of understands it, right? She's pointing to Horus and she has a kitty, right? She says, give the pussy to him. Psalm 45. You must obey him. Forget your people in your father's house. Obey the King of Kings. Okay? And it says in the New Testament, whoever loves their son or daughter or their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Okay? Righteousness and justice versus going down to the realm of the dead with your parents. In the Roman tradition, the rape of the Sabines, Pan surprising a female, raping her, Pan using rape by deception, convincing her she's a fairy so he can turn around. They, the modern day fairy, look how they resemble the women that Pan, Psyche, the women that Pan's turning out, Psyche and Pan, okay, where we get the word psychology, and they're turning them out in a bunch of weird kind of, how should we describe this? Guys who look like that, kind of male fairy, gender neutral, whatever that is. They often vote for them as the most handsome and sexy guys around. How fucking retarded is that? That guy doesn't have a speck of heart and loyalty to God in him. Okay? It is retarded to not see it my way. If you're not loyal to moral precision, righteousness, and justice, especially on a planet where 3 million children starve to death a year and 9 million adults starve to death and die of hunger-related issues, then you are a dumb fuck. You may as well look like this asshole or that female who's rolling with people who act like that asshole in that picture. Okay? It's pretty straightforward. Your white social norms have failed you. They are perhaps the main reason that 3 million children starve to death a year or die of hunger-related issues. You've accepted the boundaries of the Babylon systems whose heart is white supremacy, white globalist control, LGBT control, and Jewish control. If you don't know that I'm right, you are dumber than betas trying to pretend that they're better than the top martial artist ever. Okay? It's stupid.